So we're going to start. I'm going to start with my index.html, which is my HTML page. Index, my homepage .html. And I'm going to create a folder where I'll put my. Somebody should mute the mic. I'm going to create a folder style where I'm going to put my CSS. So I'm going to create a CSS here. Let me call it style.css. So this is my HTML. I'm going to go to the starter HTML and I will just put a title there as Dropbox practice, or then put Dropbox clone. Okay, save. Let me link my CSS. Link CSS, and what we have is styles and the style.css. Save. So if I hover on it and click follow, since it opened, that means my CSS is linked. So let me go back to my HTML. What I want to create now is the header, and I've sent the header on WhatsApp. This is it, even though it's not clear, but we'll see what you can do and do something from there. Let me see something. I want to check how responsive this site is so that I'll know how to create it. Okay, this is what we are creating. Okay, I'm going to get the logo of this Dreambox. This what do we call it? Well, here we have white, but let me just get this logo. But I prefer the white logo. Let me see if there's another darker. Okay, this one. I want to get this logo. I'm trying to get that logo. I want to get the light logo. Let me get this one. Let me get this one. Let me save it as a.
Which one are you using? Let me see, because I'm also trying to download that logo as well.
Let me just save it and show you which one I'm using. Desktop and save. This is the one I'm using. I will remove this background. Remove .pg. I want to remove the background of that logo. So this is the logo, and I want to remove the background. Okay, this is what we are having now. Copy, and I'm going to save it inside my folder, my project folder. Let me create another folder and call it images, and inside the images I'm going to paste it there, and let me rename it to something better, like DROPBOX logo.png. Rename. Okay. That is it. Okay, this is my file. So the first thing we are going to do is we are going to start with the header. We can start with the header. So I'll get my div here for header, for the container to contain the header. Then I'll also get a div here. I can get a div here for the logo, and the logo is going to be an image, definitely image. Let me link it /images and the Dropbox logo. So out will be Dropbox logo. Okay, I'll get another div for the I'm going to my WhatsApp so that we can see what we are doing. I'm getting another div for these items, menu items. Then I'll get another div for these two. I've gotten a div for this, I'll get a div for this, I'll get another div for this. So we're going back. So I'll call it menu items, and inside the menu items we're going to have an unordered list to put our items, and the list item. We're going to have list item, and in the list item, what are we going to be having? WordPress, hosting, websites, domains. Let me just do li times. How many do we have? Li times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Li times 7. So we can have 7 LIs. The first one was WordPress. The second one was WordPress, hosting, websites, domains. WordPress, hosting. Is it website or what? Websites, domain, email. Websites, domains, emails. What else? Pro services and academy. Pro services, and the last one is academy. So this is the div containing our menu. Then the last div we are going to have inside the header is the div containing the login and get started. So let me just call it login. So in that login, I'm going to have the a tag for login.
Sorry for interjection.
Yes.
So that means basically what you're doing, we have 3 div classes. The logo, the list, and the login and get started.
Yes. I'm just trying to separate them. Somebody may still create everything in one div, but for you to better create a flex and make it responsive, because as I have 3 div classes now, if I create a flex, for example, on it, and I try to make my page smaller, the first div will be on top, the second div will come under, and the third div will come on under again. But if you just have everything in one div, which one will go under, which one will remain on top? So I'm just trying to structure it in a way that will make it better for me.
All right.
Okay. And the other one is another E for get started. Another A tag. So this first A tag, let me just put a hash there, and I'll call it login, and this one is get started, and save. So let me just confirm that I have everything. Login, get started. Login is 2 words. Log in. Okay, I'm going to start styling this now. I'm going to start styling this. This is my, let me run this to see what we have. Let me open it on live server. Okay, so this is what we have presently. I'm going to put this like this. Okay, and my CSS. So first of all, if you notice, there's a space between this login and the wall. Normally there's always a space. The body always comes with an 8 pixel of margin, so we don't need it. First of all, I'm going to use a general class, call to say I will set everything from the body margin 0. Let me just save this. Save. You see, this thing has gone back to the wall. That will tell you it comes with a default margin, which we don't even want. We'll give our own if we want it. Margin. What else? Padding to be 0. And we have box sizing is necessary. Border box. So that if we are giving any box, we are making sure if we are saying the box is 20%, it should contain 20% there, including the header and the padding. Everything should make up the 20%. Okay. So secondly, I can give a style here if I want a style. Let me say font family. If let me use sans and save. Okay, this is the font I will be using. So let me go to the first div, this header. Let me style my header to a flex box. I'm going to style, because this box now contains everything. If I fold it, you see everything has folded. Everything I was writing has folded. So this is what I'll use as my flex box. And the flex box will have 3 elements: the logo section, the menu section, and this login section, because these are the parents, the children from this header. It's not going to go to sub children, it's just going to go to the first level of the children. So I'm going to have dot header, and I'm going to convert it to display flex and save. Now if we look at this, we now see that it is flexed. It is flexed. So I can hear you.
Hello?
I can hear you.
Alright, that's asterisk and the open calling bracket, the first CSS you did.
Yes.
Instead of writing asterisk, is it the same thing as body?
Yes, you can use body.
The same thing as body, right?
Yes, you can use body.
Okay.
You can use body. Nothing changes. Let me leave it like this. But most often I used to see people using star. Mean everything. So I've given it a display flex. If I say flex direction row, it's still the same thing because this is the default. If I say flex direction row and save, it doesn't change anything because by default it is already in row. so I may leave it, I may remove it. So let me concentrate on this. Okay, let me give it a background color, so that we can background color of, for now let's use this blue. We'll look for the actual blue and save. For now I'm using this blue so that we can see it, you can see what we are doing. Okay, let me target this image now and do something on it. The image is, the class of the image is logo, and the image itself is image. So if I want to target the image directly, I can just say dot logo img. That means I'm targeting the image inside this class. I'm going to give it a width Hello? Yes. Hello? Good evening. I'm having a class now, so I don't know. You, okay. It's not yesterday. On the last time we had class with Skyline. I think so. Please, you can just join the meeting. I'm recording the class, and other people are waiting for me, so that you can ask this question there. Okay, I'll call you later, so that I don't keep them waiting. No problem. Sorry guys, somebody called me. CJ from our cohort called me, so that's why I wanted him to join.
Sorry, Terence, can you go to your HTML section? Let me confirm if I'm on track.
Okay. Somebody should mute. This is my HTML.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can go on. You can go on. Thank you.
Okay. So I'm going to give my logo a width.
I'm fine.
Terence,
Yes?
I don't really know if there's any, because what you did is okay, that what you did in your menu list. And Skyline used incorporated actual elements in listing them. Is there any
Yes,
difference?
that's yeah, I'm coming to that. I just want to go step by step. I don't want to. Let me show you something. Okay, you see this now. As it is like this, it's not clickable. It's not. I wanted to come to it later because I don't want to confuse us. As you see it like this, it's not clickable because it's not a link. Now, if we want this to be a link, now we have to incorporate the A tag in it. We have to incorporate the A tag in it. Then put this text inside where the text for A tag is supposed to be, such that if we click this, it's going to take us to this link now. So that's what he did. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, I'm here. Sorry. So Hello, are we there?
Well, with you.
Okay, so since we have explained this already, I can just remove this and change them to anchor. Because this one now, if I finish with it, it's not going to be clickable. It's not going to take us anywhere if we click on it. So I can remove this since we now know this step and put an A, then put this. So I'm going to do it for all of them. So this is the last one. So with this now, I'm making it a link. It's good to put an hash here to show that you've deadened the link has been killed, and save. Nothing still changes. The only difference is this thing now will now be underlined to show that it's a link and it has pointer. So I was here, I give it my logo 20%. Now this 20% is 20% of its div, of its container. It's not 20% of the whole screen. That's why it's this small. Its div, maybe its div should be ending around here. Its div maybe it should be ending around here or so. So it's 20% of its div. That's why it's that small. So I can give it 100% and make a div for it. I want to style its div, its container dot logo. Its container, I want to give its container say 20% width.
Tell me, sorry to interrupt. You are recording, right?
Yes.
Because I was following up with my PC, but my back.
You are not talking. No, I'm not getting anything. You say your
Okay, just go on. Since you're
okay, I'm
can
recording.
you hear me?
Yes, I'm recording. I
Okay, I said I was
was
following up with my PC, but my PC battery just went off. Like it's flat.
No
So I just joined with my phone. But since you're recording, I'll just take advantage of the recording and finish up.
No problem. So what I'm saying is, if you look at this dot logo now, I've given you 20% width. This dot logo now is a container which is contained in this header. I have 3 containers here. I have this, and this. I've given this 20%. These 2 are taking the remaining space. I'm going to give this one now another 20%, this last one, so that this one will be left alone. So let's see what happens. I've given this position for logo 20%, then giving the logo width of 100%, that it should occupy its whole container. So I'm going to give, who is that? Yeah, come inside. I'm going to give the last one dot what did I call it? Login. I'm going to give it a width of 20. Let me give it 30%. That's 30% of the whole menu, and save. And this one in the middle, that's a menu item. I'm going to give it a width of dot, let me call it dot menu item. Let me see if that's the class name. menu items. Menu items. I'm going to give it flex 1 and save. Okay. Now I want to minimize. I want to make this my page smaller. Look at what happens now. And what happens? Okay, let me make this one to open up so that you see what is really happening. Okay. Okay, I'm on this now. Let me start styling this. First of all, let me give my height, the height of my header. Let me give it a height of say 70 pixels and save. Height of 70 pixels. Okay. Okay, I want to style this now. I want these things to be on a straight line. Dot. Okay, I wanted to accept somebody. Let me call my UL. So I want this is my URL. I want it to all of them to have to stay on the straight line. What I'm going to do is display inline block. I think there was one time I showed you people about display inline block. My display inline block didn't work here. Well, I'm supposed to use display inline block to align these items on this position. Let me see. Menu item. Let me say dot menu items. So who can give me a suggestion of how to make these elements? I'm supposed to change it to display inline block, but I'm looking for where to put it. Let me see.
Put it in the container now, the header. Let's see how it is.
No, it's not going to be in the header. Please, somebody should mute this. And it's not going to be the li. Okay.
You get what I said?
Okay, this is it. It's supposed to be the li. I'm supposed to target the li, not the ul. So this is it. It's now on its own. Okay, I'm going to give it a padding. I want to give it a padding all round of say 10 pixels. No, not padding. Let me give it a padding top and bottom of 20 pixels. I want to make this part smaller again. I gave it 30% before. Let me give it 20%. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to remove the style list style type to none and save. Let me target the A element dot main, the A, that's the link itself. Let me style the link itself. Dot menu items ul li and A. Color white.
Sorry, Terrence.
Yes.
It's possible to just call .a, right, without calling the menu, the URL, and
If
the
I
airline.
if I call
Hmm?
dot if I dot no, not dot a, dot a is not a class, so no
Okay,
dot.
yeah.
But if I just call a, he's going to style all the a's I have here in
Okay,
this page.
but you can go to the HTML and class the particular A you
Yes,
want to style,
yes,
right?
it's possible. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
alright.
Then text.
Alright, Terence.
Yes, decoration.
I was even thinking that dot menu item just show L and LI. Is it possible to add 8 here?
A
To do it
here.
as one. So yeah.
If I add a here,
Uh,
now this inline block is affecting the list items. If I add a here, it's going to be everything I'm doing is going to be affecting the letters, not the items themselves.
okay.
Yes. So text decoration none, and font weight. Font weight. Let me give it bold and save. Then maybe I can do font size of say 20 pixels and save. I think it's too big. Let me give it something like 18 pixels and save. 18 looks big. Let me give it 17 and save. Okay, looks a little bit okay. I want this my logo to go up a little. So what I'm going to do is on this header, since it's a flex, I'm going to do align items center and save. Align items center and save. Now it's centered. This my menu items have changed. So what I'll do is either reduce the space a little, or let me reduce the space of this one a little so that it can fit in there. So I'm going to go to my logins, can give it maybe, oh, let me go to my logo. And give it say 15% and save. So you see the way it's coming out. I've just reduced this one to 15%, this box to 15%. So I think I've given a padding somewhere here which may be big. Let me check. Okay, I think it's big. The space between my elements, the space between these elements. Let me check if I've given any padding. Okay, it's going to be here. I think I've given a padding somewhere. Padding of 20 pixels. Okay, that is why I'm going to change it to say 14 pixels and save. So it has aligned back to how it was before. So I'm going to increase this back to 20. Okay, let me deal with this class now. So what we have there is login. I've given it a width. Let me move it down to this place. I've just given it a width, the width of the container. So I want to target the elements now. Dot login a. Let me shift my screen so that I'll be seeing what we are doing. Dot login a. Text decoration to none, so that the underline will go. Padding no, let me give margin right of say 14 pixels and save. I want to make this box smaller a little. I think I gave it 30. You know, with designs, as you are designing, you are looking for what suits your design and you're making changes. So I gave it a width of 20% and let me change it to 15% and save. Okay, it's now at the extreme. So let me margin right is this. Okay, color to white and let me see if it's bolded or not. Okay, it's bolded. Font weight should be bold. Save. Okay, then padding, I want to check how the padding looks like. Okay, padding, I can give it 20 pixels, no, 10 pixels at the top and maybe 15 pixels at the sides and save. I'm going to increase the spacing a little. Let me increase the spacing to 17. Okay. Okay. I'm going to class these two elements separately so that I can be able to add more styles to them separately. So if I come here, I take class login, let me see, login button, and here too I'll give it a class separately, class started button, and save. So I've given these two buttons separate classes so that I can be able to style them separately. So let me call one of the classes dot login btn. I think that should be it. Okay, so I've called the first class I have there, and I'm going to give it a border of 1 pixel solid white, and save. And let me check the design again. Okay, now if you look at it, it's a little bit longer at the edges, at the corners is a little bit longer, so I'm going to come back to this and give it maybe 20 pixel. Let's see how it looks like. I'm giving it 20 pixel. It's now scrambled. I'll make this a little bit smaller so that this one can fit in. Header, do this. Let me come here and add justify content space between, so that I can have my own space there. And I want to make this spaces smaller a little, just a little bit smaller. Okay. Okay, it's smaller, and make this to 20 pixels. So we are back. So this now has rounded corners of
Okay, sorry to interject. The justify and space between you added to that's the menu, right?
yes,
Is it the menu or the header? Okay, yeah.
the header space between, that means it's going to give a space between these. There's a space here now added by space between, and a
Yeah.
space here.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, between the item, the parent divs of that flex.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm going to give a border radius of say 5 pixels and save. So it's a little bit round. Let's check what we have here. Okay, it's something like that. Let me increase it a little to maybe 8 pixels. No, I'm going back to, let me put it to 4 pixels, and I think it's like this. So we're going to do this now. The border is not white, the border is something like this color, but I'm going to change it. Oh, now let me see, something like this. No, not that way. Sorry, talking about, I want to match that color we have there. It's seeing something like this. Let me put it 2 pixels so that you can see it very well. I'm going to change the color again. It's not suiting what I want. Maybe something like this, because I cannot see clearly, so I can't. No, it's a light blue. Alright, let me leave it like this for now. I don't know if you can see it, but what I have there is a light blue. Okay, I know what to do. Let me leave it like this for now. And this other button, I'm going to target this button now. The class is .login started btn. That is the class, and I'm going to target it with, I'm going to give it a background color of something like this color, something like this, and I'm going to give it a border radius of same 4 pixels. So it's let me check the design where the colors are not really like that. But if I go to Dreamhost, let me go to Dreamhost and get the exact color. Dreamhost, let me just get the exact color from Dreamhost so that we are not going to be stressing ourselves. Okay, this is the blue they are using. Let me see if I can get the exact color from here. I can't see the color. Has anybody seen the color?
No, I haven't. I'm still searching. Okay, you can see some colors there.
Yes, I'm seeing some, but this doesn't look as blue as.
Yeah, they don't look
Okay, I
like
think
what
this may be it. Okay, I've taken one color.
Is it that?
I've copied this color. Let me see. I've copied that color. Let me just see. It looks like it. I'm going to put it on the header. So this is what we have now. I think it's better like this.
Yes, it is.
It is, right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, we need to do the hover. If you hover on this, it should change to something different. Okay, this is not complete. There's something here like new. There's a small new here. So let's complete
Yes.
it. You can go to the HTML. Inside this, we have a span because we're adding a small element. I want to style it differently. We're going to add a span. Because this span now is just like a div. It doesn't affect anything until we style it. And what we have there is a new. I've been adding spans here and I did not even see it. What we have there is new, like this. And save. New, the new looks like it's a new with capital N. Let me see. New capital N. Save. So this is how it looks on our own. So we're going to style it now. We're going to style it. Let's go to our style, and under this we're going to style it under this. Let me just target it fully, and span, we're going to give it a padding of 2 pixels. Padding of 2 pixels. Background color of purple. Let me save first. So look at it. Let me change the background color. It's a little bit lighter, something like this. And I'm going to give it radius, border radius of say 4 pixels, and save. And I'm going to make it smaller. Font size, the default font size, your default font size is 1 rem, which is 16 pixels. So I can change it to maybe 12 pixels and save. So I think it is. Let me see. I think we are there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if there is a hover effect on this. Okay, I see the
There is.
Just add one,
let
or
me add one.
add
Okay,
two.
you know what I'm going to add? If we hover on it, it should give us a box like this, but it shouldn't have this color. The color should be the button, the color of our get started button,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Let's try that, because I don't know, is that what Mr. Skyline did?
No, his own hover. But I think you should try a different hover since we already understand how his own
Okay,
hover works. What he did was to use a hover of a different color and a different font.
okay,
I think different color and different border.
okay.
Not just
We're going to do the hover I just talked about. So this is it. This is what we are trying to target to hover on now. The A. So I'm going to copy it. So and on the A, if we hover, what happens? Let me just say color blue. Let's see if it works. So this is it. If we hover, now see the color is blue. We hover, the color is blue, but that's not what we want. What we want is you should have a background color of this color, the color of this color. Now you should have that background color. Save. So let's see. Okay, it has the background color now, but we have to style the background color. Padding. Let me get the padding from this button so that we can just. I have padding of 1020. Padding 10 pixels top and bottom and 20 pixels left and right. I save. Let's see. Okay, the padding is too big, that's why it's shifting the button, because the padding needs to be contained. So maybe we can just make it 10 pixels and 10 pixels too. Well, let's make this one 7 pixels and save. Let's see. I'm going to give little, let me see if I can add small spaces in between this value, so that if we hover on it, it's not going to shift like this. If you look at it now, It's trying to shift to contain the padding. So let me just add a little more spaces. First item padding of, let me give it 13 pixels and save. Okay, let me keep designing it for now. Over, let me give this one padding of 7. Save. And let me give it a border radius. Border radius of 4 pixels. Save. No. Make it 10 pixels. I want to transition. I don't want it to just change very sharp like this. I want to do a transition. So who can remember how we can do transition? For example, if we hover on this, it should just change very slightly. It shouldn't just change like this. Very sharp. No, I don't want that. Who can remember that? Okay, I'm recording now. So since if we hover, okay, if we hover, these things are shifting. I think somebody was trying to ask. These things are shifting, so I want to stop that. I'm looking for a way to stop that so that these things do not shift. I know the reason is because we don't have enough spaces in between the elements. But what I'll do first is I'll change this to, let me leave it on 16. Let me not hover the background. Let me not do the background color. Let me do the text first and see if it still shifts. Let me move the padding. Okay. See, and let me add a little padding. You see, if I remove the padding, it doesn't shift anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't shift.
Yeah, so that means what we need is faces. Okay, let me leave left and right and add top first. Top should be maybe 8, then 8 pixels. Then left and right can be, let's say, 0 first. It doesn't shift. Okay, let's add left and right to be maybe 2 pixels. And see. Okay, I think it's because we should, let's see if we can give padding here first. Padding of, let's say, 5 pixels. No, not that padding. Padding left 5 pixels and the padding right 5 pixels. Padding left, padding right, and and save. Okay, one of my items have gone down, that's why it's up. I'll adjust it. Huh? This is too small. Okay, the issue is between my paddings, the padding when I hover and the padding when I am not hovering. So let me check something, because normally if I hover, sorry, let me take this call. Hello? Yeah, I greet you. Good evening. Okay, Mr. Lucas. This is what I sent to you. I've opened the email. I've opened the email now. But I just opened without the password because I have not resetted it yet since I used my email. I'll reset it. But what I'm trying to let you know is no messages dropped since that time. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I will. See, don't bother. I'll call you back. Yeah? I'm recording a live class now. Yeah, I just had to take your call. Hello? So it's now fine because we had to use the hover on the li, not the a, not the a. We are using it directly on the li, so we can apply our border now comfortably. Border radius of 4 pixels and save. And I'm going to give this border radius of 7 pixels. Let me change it to 15 pixels and see how it looks like. And 10 pixels. Okay, I'm going to use 10. Do you think we need to... Okay. Is there anything remaining? Okay, this should have a hover effect. Yes, maybe if you hover on this, it should sorry, I'm... Okay, so if you hover on it, it should scale. If you hover on it, it should scale. But let me see actually what these people have here. Okay, this one, once you hover on it, it gets a little, gets something different. But let's make this login. Where is it? This login, if you hover on it, it should scale, and this too should scale. So we are going to go back to our CSS, and under this and do a hover on it. Control V and they call a hover. And how do we apply the scale? Transform, scale 1.1. I don't want it to scale much. Let's test. It's not working. What am I missing?
Is there space after that semicolon? After that colon, I mean,
This?
after the button, yeah.
There's no space.
Sorry, sir, we're using your copy here. I'm having a flat spot right now.
Okay, no problem. Okay, I want to check something. Transform. Okay. I want to check the usage. Okay, let me see where I'm applying it even. I'm applying it somewhere different. Look at where I'm supposed to be applying it. Here. Here, not here. So the login and A, because the size is what should scale. What I was trying to scale is this, which is not so. So let me save now and see what happens. And it still doesn't work. Okay, let me see something. Login. Color blue. I want to check if this, okay, this is working actually. If on hover, that means I need to find a way to call the transform. Scale to, let's say, 1.4. See, my transform is not working.
Okay, what exactly is the scale supposed to do?
It's going to scale that. It's going to scale it to increase it by 1.4.
Okay, so when you hover,
the button becomes bigger a little by that's times 1.4.
Okay.
It's not. Is it even this? Okay, you know what? Let me do this. Okay. So I'm supposed to be targeting the width. The width is what is scaling.
Okay.
The button size itself is what is, or the width. I think I know. I'm targeting the div itself. So the div is actually scaling, but this is not scaling. Now this is the div. It's scaling, but I don't want the divs to scale in total. I want each of them to scale. So to the best of my knowledge, let me check my HTML again. This is the div, and okay, I'm trying to solve this issue of scaling. Supposed to do .login. I think it was supposed to be like this, but I don't know why it did not affect it actually.
Try the started button. Let's see if it will scale.
Okay. Still same thing. Okay, let me remove this and save. Nothing. Okay, I'll come to that. I'll figure out that, but for now let's just change the background color of that. Background color, and make it something lighter. Background color, paste. Wait, I'm trying to think of something. Wait, let me check something. I think I should rather do this. Opacity of 0.5. Okay, let me just transition the opacity. Okay, Mr. Francis, are you there?
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay, there's something I want to add there. For example, if you look at this now, it's just so sharp. Once you go there, it changes. Once you move your hand, it's so I want to do something here. For example, look at how it goes. Transition, opacity, let me just put 2 seconds so that you can see, and save. Okay, let me see how it works. No, it has not affected it. Which login between okay, I think I've okay, yes, it's affecting it. Let me put a different color so that you can see it. Actually, it's affecting it. I was doing it on the login, whereas this is what we are supposed to be testing. Let me
Yeah,
see.
if you have this side.
Yes, that's why I did it. So get started. I want to undo. This is the get started button. Control X. I want to put it on top. Here get started, and this is the hover for get started. So I want the get started button for now. Let me just put a green color so that you can see it very clearly. Okay, and I'm going to transition to maybe 0.2. Okay, see, if I put my mouse there, you see what happens?
Yeah.
It gets transparent, but very slowly. It takes 2 seconds. This is what I said. Let me see, it looks like somebody's trying to. So it takes 2 seconds for it to change like that. But this is not our normal color, so what we'll put there is this color. This is the normal color. Just put green so that we can see what is happening there. Then transition we're going to put there is not go to 2 seconds. We'll just put 0.15, very small time, so that if we go there and we're going to make it not to be very transparent. So if we just go there, it takes time a little. It's not just so sharp. We're going to do the same effect on this. Look at this one, is very sharp. This one is not so sharp. So we're going to do the same effect on this. Login button. Login button. And on the login button, okay, I have it already.
Yes, just copy it.
This is login button, hover. I'm going to add this on the login button too, but to show that I want to transition the opacity. So if I come here, see the effect is there. It's not just so sharp. This one's too. We may add it, but I think this one should be like this, so that so I'm going there. Yes. Okay. I think we are done with the header. But it's not going to be mobile responsive until, if we want it to be mobile responsive, at least for now, we should add media, so that once we reduce our screen, this other one should come down. But for now, let's leave it like this. For now, we leave it like this because we've not learned how to do hamburg menu.
Okay.
So then, if we want to continue, should I get another video, or I should leave the same recording, right?
Leave this same recording.
Okay. So what we need to do now is to create this body.
Yeah.
Create this body and end here. After this, we have the footer. So that's what we're going to do now. I'm going back to my HTML and I'm going to write a comment somewhere here. Header ends here. Then I'll start main starts here. So for my main, I'm going to have a div too. Let me call it main div. Let me call it main. And in this my div, we are going to have this header 1, a paragraph, and 2 buttons. Header 1, paragraph, and 2 buttons. So So I'm going to have H1, a paragraph, and two buttons. These two buttons, I would like to put them in a div. .btn. The two buttons will be here in a div. So let me just copy those texts. Dropbox, this copy and put here. Then this again, copy this and put here and save. I'm going to style this now. Let me see what we have first. Okay, this is what we have. I'm going to give it a background color, the page, a background color. Main, I'll give it a background color of, let's say, black, and background color of black. Then we choose something lighter. And save. Okay, sorry, I'm here. So we're going to give it a height. Normally, if we are filling it, it's supposed to be automatically increasing in size, but for now we don't have much content. Let's just give it a height for now. Height. Let's give it a height of 100% and see what it looks like. It didn't change. Okay, let's give it a height of 100 viewpoint height. Okay, I'm giving it a height of 100 viewpoint height. It is the black we should use. Let me see if I can get the color.
No, it should be a little bit darker.
Let me see if I can get this color.
Yeah, I think you forced it. Slow down slowly.
This one, right?
Yes, it should be.
Okay, let me try this first one I've gotten. Let me try this one.
I think this is
I've changed
close
something.
to what we are. Yeah.
What did I change? Background color. Okay, it's close to this, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just make sure I have the color to white and save. Okay, it's close to it. Let's go with this one first.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a width. Let me see. For Dropbox, we have this. let's just say we have a width of maybe 60% for this div.
So, sorry, are you still working on the heading?
No, I just entered
No,
the body
no.
now. This is the heading we've built, and I've just entered the body now. So this is the heading we've built. I'm going to give it a okay. I'm going to put this in a div container so that I can easily let me just call it content. I'm going to copy everything I have. Control X into it. Control V. And Control S. Let's see what we have. Okay, nothing changed. So I'm going to give this a width of 60%. This. So let's see. So Francis, are you there?
Yes, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Okay. Make dot content is what I'm calling. I'm going to give it a width of 60%, and I give it a margin margin auto to have it centralized. And we have this. I'm going to give it, let me shift it a little. So I'm going to give a padding top of say 150 pixels or 100 pixels. Let me leave this like this. I'm going to give it a margin auto. So I'm going to give it margin of say 100 pixels for top and bottom, then left and right should be auto. So this is what we'll have now. It's not margin, sorry, I'm supposed to give it a padding. Margin is going to shift the box, the whole div. So padding will now be inside from here, from this place now. So let me leave this one as it was and give it a padding top of say 100 pixels and save. It's kind of too much. Let me give it something smaller, say 70. Okay, then I'm going to style this h1 I have here now. Content h1. I'm going to give it a size, font size of let me give it a font size of 50 pixels and save. Let me see if it suits what we want. Users who are okay, I think we can go with this. Then we have to centralize it. Text align, right?
Yes, center.
Center. But the only difference is our font family is not the same with what they are using. Well, we can go to that. Once we get the font family, we can just change it from here. From here. Let me see if it's Arial or something. Arial. In fact, time. No, it's not times. It cannot be this.
looks like this.
It looks like that. But it's
I think
slimmer.
it should be that font.
It's slimmer. Let's just, for now, let's just continue like this.
Let's see. It's not exactly, but it's very similar.
Yeah, it's very similar. Okay, let's continue. I want us to have our website too close to this. I want us to have our website close to this. So we can be seeing it side by side. Okay, then let's style the P in it, in that content dot content P. It looks like it already, but let's do text align. For it, text align to center and save. So you see, this is the one we are referring from. Okay, this one looks a little bit bigger, so let's just give it 18. Font size to maybe font size to 18 and see what it looks like. 18 pixels, because the default, as I told you, is 16. Font size, no, as has become bigger. Let's give it 17 and see. No, I think it's 16, which is the default, and that is it. So there's no need to even put it, since it's the default. So that is it. And we have 2 buttons now. 2 buttons. So this is where we are going to style our buttons. We give it a hash to deaden it, and the first one is find your plan. Find your plan.
Terrence, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I was pointing out something, but I didn't know my mic was muted. In the prototype we're working with, I think after that heading, the heading, there should be like a, they have more space.
The space, right? Yes.
Yes, before the paragraph.
Yeah, let me look at that. Sign up for free and save. Okay, let me look at those spaces now. Okay, so we can give a, these two now my own looks spaced, but this one is because, maybe it's because of the font size, but let's make it a little bit closer to each other. So we're going to come here and we'll change the line height to maybe 16 pixels and save. Okay, it's squashed. Let's give it 25 pixels and let's give it something like 35 pixels. I'm going to increase it to 45 pixels and I'll leave it like this. No, let me give it to 50 pixels and see. Let me leave it like this. I'm going to give it a margin bottom of, let's say, 25 pixels and save.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can also give this paragraph a margin bottom of that same pixel because of this button here.
Yes.
So let me just copy it. Okay, I've given it. So now it's time for us to start styling the buttons. We have this. I'm going to give it classes. class find button, find btn, and the other one I'm going to give it a class of class sign btn and save. So go to my style sheet and I want to style find btn. Find btn. You know what I'm thinking? This button now already looks like a button we styled before. This button looks like our header button, this one. This button looks like this. Even though they are not the same color, but we should have even gotten a color from here. Let me get that color, because I think that color is even what we were looking for. Okay, I want to use that color. I want to use that color on this button.
Okay.
Get started button. What is it? 3984 FF is what I saw. And save. So I think we have this now, and I'm going to use this on this line now.
The border itself.
This line here, this border. But if you notice something, this button is bigger than this one, because this border has added space.
Yes.
Yes, this has added some more flesh. So we're going to reduce it from the padding of this button. Let's see how possible it is. The two buttons we have these are the two buttons, this and this. Now this padding or this border, what is the border?
See, 2
okay,
pixels.
This 2 pixels has added. Let me change this at once. Has added space all around. So what we can do is we give it a padding somewhere, padding of or cut this and go to the button specifically and give it this padding. Ctrl V, and also on this I give it the same padding, but I'm going to reduce it by 2 all around. Just small maths, because I've added padding of 2, so this will now be 18 and save. So hopefully everything should be the same, but it should reduce a little. So look at it now, they are of the same sizes. Yeah. And this border, I've adjusted the color too of this border. Oh no, it should be like this. I was trying to see if I will use this same color on this board. It should be like this. So where were we?
We're
trying to style these buttons.
Yes, the 2 buttons.
Okay, so the find button, I've noticed that the find button is like this. I'll get this styling for find button, or I can just give it this same class. But before that, let me see if I have to see if it has a hover effect. Okay, it has a hover effect. And the hover effect is similar to what we have. Let me see. It has a hover effect, and the hover effect looks like, okay. Okay, I'm going to change our own so that our own should be lighter when we hover.
Yeah, that's what I was about pointing that out.
The button. Okay, let me try it now. Okay, that's because of the how do you call it? The opacity we gave. So we're going to remove this opacity. For now, let's comment it out, and let's transition background color so that the background color will change slightly, not the opacity again.
Okay.
And save. So I think we've gotten it now. Okay, I'd like to make this border look like this.
Which one? The login button.
Yeah, login button. Just this border should look like this when we are for just the color. And let me make it lighter a little.
Okay.
The login button border should be something like this. Wait.
You didn't copy that for me.
The ash, I did not put the ash. And save. So it's better now.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So we're trying to style this, and this button looks like this. So I can just copy the style of this button and give it to this. And it has a class of started button. I'm going to copy these two classes. I've copied the two classes. I'm going to give it to this button. Let me just leave that one in case I want to add one more, but I'm giving it this and save. I'm saving. I'm not going to put the dots. Okay, class, login, started btn and find btn. Okay, I've called the same classes, so let me see. I've saved, but nothing is happening. But let me see where the issue is coming from.
In that class, is there supposed to be space, like when you are giving the class?
Wait, 1 minute please.
From the HTML itself.
From here? There are two separate classes. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there are separate classes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why. Login. Let me check what the class of login is saying. Okay, login is just giving it a width. Fine. Then login A. This is not applying.
The login itself.
Yes, this is not applying. Let's see what is happening. Anyways, let's give it our class. Let's give it our own. Find btn. So let me style it here. Find btn. Let me see if it's applying. Color of white. Okay, that is working. So since I want the same styling as that button up there, I can just come here and copy styling. Get started btn. I'll come here and copy styling. So it's coming.
It has a text decoration.
Yes, I'll remove it from here. Normally, if I call this class now, this login inside here is supposed to style it. Let me see it again. It's supposed to style it. Login. It's supposed to. Well, let me leave it and get its own. Because I'm supposed to have. Just see. Let me see. Dot find btn a. Let me paste this and see. Wait, are you sure what I give there was A? It's an A class. It's A, but it's not getting it. It's an E. Okay, I know what to do. Now what I'll do, if I add it here, it's still going to affect it because this tag is in the A.
Okay.
So this tag is in the A, that's why it's still affecting it. Let me see this. This is longer and it's not no border radius, and the padding is supposed to be more. Let's just say padding of 30 pixels. Control S. So this is our Dropbox, and I've noticed that this has a on hover. It has a border. This thing has a border now, but the border on hover doesn't change the border color. That's why we still have this blue.
Okay.
It has a border. Let me just put here border of 2 pixels, solid, and this same color. Control C and save. So I think we have this now. So we have to, let me increase this size a little. Mine is smaller. Font size of, let me try 18 pixels and save. Okay, I think it's okay now. So let me do the hover effect of this. So for this same class, and we hover on it, what we should have is a light background color of something light. I'll put this and I'll select the color I want.
Okay.
Let me just make it a little bit lighter. Okay, and see. So if I hover,
Yeah, I can see.
okay, okay. So this one now is almost the same thing, the same size, but it doesn't have that background color.
Yeah. Well, I think that one, the border is slightly bigger than the first one.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
What did I do? Did I click somewhere?
I think you just open the other one here.
They're the same thing from what I'm seeing here. Anyways, let me style this one first, but I don't want to repeat all of this, so I'm going to give it a class. Both of them, I'm going to give it the same class. Let me just say BTN. I want both of them to have the same class so that I don't need to be writing all of this again. BTN, and if I save, I think we should still have the same thing. Okay, no. I've squashed my work. Okay. Anyways, let me give this one separately. We're going to style this one separately. Sign in. Sign BTN. That's the class. And we're going to have still all of this, but the background color and the border are not going to be the same. Background color will be something like the body.
Yeah.
Background color will be something like this. Control V, and this will be white. The border color will be white. And save. So I think we are getting this bit by bit. We're saying something is bigger.
No, it's the same thing. As the moment you change the color, I realize it's the same thing.
Okay, but I think our buttons are bigger than this one.
I was talking about the border.
Okay, but I think our buttons are bigger than this one now. These are buttons. Our buttons. I think they are taller than.
Let me see the default.
This is default, and this is our button. I think they are taller.
Okay, yes.
So I'll have to reduce the padding, top and bottom, to maybe 8 pixels, and this too should be 8 pixels. Let's check again. Even the length, let me make it to maybe 6 pixels. and the length I'll put it 25 pixels. Then these two I'll put it 6 pixels, and the length I'll put it 25 pixels. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think
yes.
okay, now so
I think this meeting will end very soon as well. Just that's
okay, let me just centralize it now.
okay.
So you know it's in a div, and I call the div. Okay, I know why the btn I gave before did not work, because I have already given it here.
Okay.
So I'm going to centralize this btn now. Dot btn. How do we centralize?
Text align center.
Center and save. And I think we still need to give more space here. Let's see.
Yes.
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 Okay. So between the btn, or let me go to this where I have that paragraph and just add the space here. Margin bottom, I'll give it a margin bottom of 25. I'll give it 35 and save. It's still small. Let me give it 50 and save. Does this look okay?
I think 50 is okay.
Okay. Okay, let's leave it like this. And what else? What else do we have? We have this video or image. Well, we are building a Dropbox. If we can get this image, if we get this video up, we'll put the video here. It doesn't necessarily mean we're going to put we'll put this video now. Save video. I'm going to enter portfolio, images. I'm going to Dropbox homepage, save. So I've saved the video. Let's go to our work. This is Dropbox. There's a space, and this is the video. So let's see how we can put our video now. Okay, so we're going to let's just put a div so we can style it. Dot video, and we put video. The source is the same thing, just like images.
Okay.
Wait, no.
Should be video, right?
It should be video.
Okay, they just notified me that the class is about to end, the meeting is about to end. Okay, see, just create another link that will end in. Or do we continue this class after our meeting with Skyline? Because
I think we have to continue after meeting with Skyline.